Every school in New York has something special about it. But one high school in central New York not only teaches students to reach for the stars, it shows them those stars.
Not only do we have a planetarium, we also have an observatory, which we use for a variety of reasons. We have astronomy classes at the high school that we use it for, and of course we have this excellent program here where we invite younger students out, and we have the students from the high school come out and teach the younger students all about astronomy.
In 2003, funding was raised by the Fayetteville-Manlius Foundation. An observatory was built within walking distance of FM High School. The district uses that observatory to enhance what students learn in the classroom, and it's one of only a few in the country.
It really helps the high school students reinforce what they learned in the classroom. And not just that, it helps them become teachers for the elementary school students who come here, they're excited, they come with their families for family night, they really get to share their excitement for what they learned.
The roof on the building retracts for stargazing. Students who lend a hand are called star ambassadors, and lessons they have learned in the classroom are reinforced as they become the teachers, instructing younger students.
These are students that back in the classroom, they may not have been really interested in what was going on up in the sky. But when they get out here and they're working with elementary kids, it's like they have real purpose. And the kids get very excited about it, and they want to learn a little bit more. So they'll ask me, what is that? How many moons are there around Mars?
I love volunteering, and so it means a lot to me to be able to give kids a lot of happiness through education and not just another fun activity.
Is a science something that you can carry with you your entire life, like this knowledge of the stars? Because you can always look up at the sky and know what you learned at this point in your life. It's something that doesn't really disappear and doesn't really change.
And check your calendar, because in the spring and fall, each elementary school in the FM district has a designated evening. That night, students and families come to the observatory and use the telescopes to get close to science that is out of this world. Snow-laden clouds take aim on the Adirondacks, but the weather isn't alone in hitting the target. In the small community of Schroon Lake, nestled along the eastern edge of the Adirondack Park, students from grades 4 through 12 are learning an important skill: archery.
We've had archery here for about 17 years. We started with the recurve and the wooden arrows, and we also use the term stumbled upon this program about 5 or 6 years ago, and my teaching partner and I went and got certified. You know, the discipline that it teaches the kids, the involvement is tremendous.
It definitely helps my focus. Definitely just focusing on how to shoot and act on my academic work, so like how I can focus long enough to do homework or focus in class too, so that plays a big role.
In an area where outdoor sports are serious business, the archery program in the Schroon Lake School District scores a bullseye with Board Vice President Tina Armstrong.
It's a great program. It gets all the kids involved. It's a lifelong sport, so it's great. They can compete just with themselves. They can go out and compete. It helps them with hunting.
Last year, the program produced the New York State champion, Megan Hall. She went on to compete in the national competition in Louisville, Kentucky.
I think it's good for the kids that want to do something, but sports aren't their thing. So I think it gives them something more to do than just focus on schoolwork the whole time.
The archery program at Schroon Lake continues to grow, and the school district is taking aim at expanding the program to surrounding districts. The school will be sending 39 archers to the New York State competition this year. Reporting for NYSSBA News, I'm Casey Nicholson.
I think the central question for schools around technology is, are they going to use the technology to do a better job of teaching what and how we used to teach, which is where most educators are? Or are we going to use the technology to transform the American education system? In the nation's most rapidly improving schools, they're using that technology to transform the system. When we look at implementation of technology in our schools, the last thing we got to worry about are the kids. They can teach us. It's the adults. The adults are going to have a really hard time not only knowing the most cutting-edge technology, but fundamentally changing their instructional program. Any day a school district isn't pushing the envelope on technology, they indeed are falling back. It's, in my mind, not so much a case of getting worse at what we used to do, but not closing this gap. And the gap is that the world outside of school, pushed by technology, pushed by globalization, is changing 4 to 5 times faster than we are. And the gap between what the kids need and what they're leaving our schools with grows every day unless we're aggressive at changing our schools.